how are you guys seeing adoption in the midstream space? You know, I'm assuming that's where the majority of your focus is on the pipelines, and then I'm sure refineries and things of that nature. You know, what's the reaction from these midstream companies? Because I find it pretty fascinating, because every other pipeline detection, you know, I've seen people using artificial intelligence and machine learning, but they always incorporate some physical hardware, right? And that can be a barrier. Whereas you, it's like, hey, there's really low risk, right, to going with you guys, because it's just a software play. So does that give you all an advantage in terms of adoption?
I think so, yeah. And I was approached by several sensor companies that wanted to kind of embed Sensoleak into their sensors. And I'm thinking to myself, you know what? I think the sale would be much easier when I go to a prospective client and I say, hey, seamless plug and play connection to your SCADA and just hook up to whichever server that collects your data. Or, hey, I need to drill into your pipeline, take the data to myself. You will not know what's happening, and compromise your security. So I think my approach is easier, not to mention that not only pipelines, I can monitor everything they have in their assets. So we're asset agnostic, right? Sensor agnostic. It can be pipelines, pumps, compressors, anything in their network that correlates with all the other things. And that's what should be easy. I mean, obviously, everybody is scared about sharing data. And that's why I say, you know what? You keep your data to yourself. Here's the deal. Here's the real, I think, a benefit we offer is that we are not going to interfere with any processes, procedures. We're not even going to demand being instead of your current system, but in addition to. And then you choose by yourself. Let me show you how I can improve your decision-making without adding any hardware, without adding you any costs or any headache, anything like that. So let me analyze what you already have. Maybe there's like a little something we can do with the crunching of numbers or cleaning the data for you with your existing sensors and all the noise that they create, all of that. You know what? Let's do an assessment of what you really need in order to improve your operations. So I guess that's been helpful. I mean, we've been really, knock on wood, doing well until the virus came and the oil and gas price wars. Right now, the industry is hurting a little bit. So we want to help. We're offering pretty much free service. I mean, to any company that wants to save, that wants to improve somehow. But most of our clients and prospective clients are in a disarray, I would say, you know, reorganizing and all the uncertainty and the elections and all of that. So I'm trying not to bug them too much right now. Stay in touch, but not too much, because people are completely insecure right now about so many things.
Well, it's hard to sell products when your client's busy putting out fires, right? And they never have the time to sit down and look at, you know, solutions, because like, I've got to deal with this over here. And so it makes it difficult. But on the other hand, you know, I look at technologies like this, and, you know, there's so much pressure from ESG initiatives and things of this nature where investors and companies, you know, you have to do something that's environmentally friendly, right? And so you look at technologies like this, and I'm a huge proponent of technologies like this, because whenever everyone talks about clean energy transition, they go straight to solar, wind, geothermal, hydrogen fuel cell technology. And it's like they just completely bypass looking at how can we make oil and gas a cleaner industry. And there's so much room for opportunity to do that. And it's like, right here, you have a technology, a machine learning application that can crunch this data and predict a leak 2 weeks before it happens. Like, that's a big deal. It's a big deal. And if you can prevent, you know,
intrusive.
Yeah. You know, I mean, the problem that everyone has with pipelines is, oh, the pipeline leaks. Well, guess what? We have the technology now to where we can predict and prevent those from happening. And I think that's extremely important. And so, you know, I see companies like Sensoleak, and I think you guys are really positioned, you know, to help the industry and help the environment and help these safety, you know, and help these funds with their ESG initiatives. So it's a good place to be in. You know, I know it's tough right now just with everything that's going on, just like for every other startup in the oil and gas space. You know, everyone's
and in any other space.
Yeah, you know, everyone's got a startup in this industry. You know, it's just fighting to survive right now, and it's about staying solvent so that you can, you know, be around long enough